Hey designers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the basics of draping. Classy, you think they ready for you? Okay, then let's get into this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mark the fabric. From here to here is 3.5, 4 inches. That's so you can go around your neck. And from here to here is 8.5 inches. That's from your neck all the way to your bust. Then you make a straight line going across. Now let's pin. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to trim around the neck. Because we're all curved. We have curves to our neck, we have curves to our waist, and we have curves to our bust. So we have to make sure that the fabric goes around the body. When you trim, leave your finger right here so that you don't go further than the neck. You don't want to make a mistake like that. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to start shifting the fabric down. But before you do that, put 2 pins right on the bust so that this section right here does not move. Because everything else will start moving. This line won't be straight anymore. But over here and here has to be straight. So you're going to put a pin here so that you make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. Now with the dart, designers put the dart anywhere. They can put it here, they can put it here, they can put 2 darts here and 1 dart here. They can have 1 dart here and 1 dart here. It all depends on how you feel. But today we're going to just do 1 dart over here. We're going to start moving the fabric down. But before we do that, we have to trim over here, this area right here, so that the fabric can go around the body. Because right now, it's not letting you do anything. So let's start cutting. But make sure that you leave your finger here so that you know that you're not going that far. There we go. So now we're going to take some pins and we're going to pin the side. See that right there? See how it's trimmed down? Not too close. See the line is right over here. This right here is your seam allowance. It's about a 1/2 inch. There. And you're going to start pinning over here. Your waist is right here. You're going to trim the rest of it off. Not too close to the waist. There's your waist right there. Maybe a little bit more. This is your waist right here. You're going to trim, but make sure you don't go that far. Over here too. Look at the dart. It's starting to form already. What you're going to do is see how you shift everything this way? The line is down here. See how it's shifted down? This right here has to stay there. Now when you're making a dart, you have to push all this fabric. This is your line right here. It's all in your hands. You just move the fabric. The fabric will talk to you. The fabric is going to talk to you anyway. It's going to let you know if you're doing something wrong. So you can either take the fabric or the fabric this way, right? Make sure it's not too tight. But you take it and the bottom, you let this part right here kiss this part, the line. So you got to make sure you got to keep moving the fabric so that it touches this. And then you stuff everything else. And there's your dart. So you can take the pencil and mark right here and inside this dart. You just mark so you know where it's at. Or you can do it this way. Like this. And make a dart. And there's your dart. You see how it's not pulling? It has a little bit of ease. Some movement. Okay? Now, everything is done, right? The thing with this is it doesn't have to be too neat, because when you lay it on the table, that's where you make your corrections. When you lay it on the table is where you're going to be doing the truing. The truing is basically the truth of what the pattern is going to be. Okay, so yes, the truth. So now we're going to mark the pattern. There's 3 ways to do this. People do it differently, and that's fine. You guys decide which one you want to do, and you go with that. One is dot, 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 dot. The other one is line, 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 line. And the other one is cross, 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 and cross. The reason why they do a cross is because when they lay it on the table, they just put the ruler right on the 2 crosses and make a straight line. But on the curves, they decide if they're going to do the dot, 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 or the line, line, line. So you guys decide which one you want to do. I like to do the dot, dot, dot. So let's mark the pattern now. And I should have brung this down just a little bit, but because I'm short, guys. Y'all know I'm like 5'2", right? Yes, I'm a short one. I'm 5'2", baby girls. Yes. But my temper is like 7 feet. I'm wild and crazy, guys. For the dart, I would put lines. Just to speed it up. And you're going to put lines inside where the pins is at. All the way down, guys. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. Whichever way makes you happy. You can put dot, 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 or you can put a line. Now let's do the back. This right here is easy because there's no breast. It's just flat. So from here to here is 9 1/4. That's from here to here. But on your dress form is going to be different. And from here to here is 3 1/2, 4 inches. No less than that, because it has to go over your shoulder. Now let's start pinning. We can't make no moves unless we clip this. See? It's not doing anything. You can't even go over the shoulder because this is stopping. So we gotta start cutting. Find out where the line is. Put your finger there so that you know that you're not going too deep when you're cutting. And you can cut off if you want. You can put as much pins as you want, that's fine. Whatever makes you comfortable. The next thing that you have to do is you have to get rid of some of this that's on the arm. So your arm is right over here. So you're just gonna go here and up. And take away here. You're gonna go a little bit further because your arm is down here. That? That's your arm right here. So you're gonna start clipping, but you have to be careful where your arm is at. That's really close. You want to start clipping. See, your waist is right here. This is your dart right here. Can you see it? There's your line right here. Let me show you. And I'm going to take some of this off. How do you get the dart? You see this line right here? You're going to put it straight, parallel to the floor. Okay? And this becomes a dart right here. If you go like this, you're not going to get a dart, and you're doing it wrong. And then you work your dart. Remember, this is the line right here. So the dart has to be on that line. You can make it easier for yourself and just put a line right there. See, you pull this right here to make it easier for yourself so you know where the line is at. You start making your lines, right? And for the dart, you go inside and you mark where your pins is at. So you know where your dart is at. You see how you have some ease here? It's not tight. You need a little bit of ease so that you can move around. So there it goes. There's your dart. See how it's not tight over here? We got some ease. From there, we put it on paper and we true it to make the pattern. When you're doing this dart, don't squeeze the dart too tight because you're going to see a lot of stress lines coming this way. It's going to be sideways. Fabric will talk to you. It will let you know, hey, I'm a little too tight. Loosen me up. That's what it does. And you're going to see it. I bet you probably saw it already. For the beginners, you probably saw it and said, what is this? I'm doing something wrong. And believe me, I know because I was there before. When I first started draping, I was pulling it so tight because I wasn't sure what I was doing. And I saw a whole bunch of wrinkle lines, stress lines, that's what they call it. And I was saying to myself I was doing something wrong. So when I was doing my research, I was like, oh, it has to be ease over here. So when you're pulling it, you have to know how to use your hands to make the dart so that you have ease here and ease here. You see how it's nice and flat? It's just nice and smooth. But with wrinkles and stress lines, you will see them coming. It's like squeeze, like you will see it. Okay, so you know you're doing something wrong when you see the stress lines. Don't worry guys, you guys have this. Just practice it and you'll be fine. This draping tape is the best. I used to deal with Mood draping tape and I don't deal with them no more because their tape has so much glue that when you lift it up, the glue stays stuck to the dress form, which is not cool at all. So that's why I deal with this company. This company is really nice. Look, when you lift it up, there's no glue and it still sticks, look. So I would leave it here like maybe an hour or two or whatever the case may be. When you lift this up, it still doesn't have glue. Now when you're dealing with moods, you will have glue on your dress form, and you don't want that on that. So I'm going to leave the link of this draping tape in the bottom so you guys can go check it out. Trust me, you're gonna really like this one. There's two ways to make the back bodice. When it comes down to the shoulder, you can have it nice and flat, or you could put a little dart there. I do it both ways. I just showed you guys how to do it this way. Making the dart on the shoulder is not complicated. It's the same thing. You're putting pins over here. Remember what we was doing before? We was shifting the fabric this way so that there was a lot of fabric over here so we can make a dart. This time we're going to shift it and we're going to take out a 1/2 inch. So 1/4 is for one leg of the dart and the other is 1/4. When you fold it, it becomes a 1/2 inch. Then you continue shifting it. Same thing. And then you make a dart here. So you're just taking out a 1/2 inch of fabric over here and you're making a dart. All right, now that you're familiar with the basics, we're gonna do some more draping videos. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to practice, practice, practice. Bye, designers.